What's up guys, Billy here today bringing you guys another video. Now I know that with the Mavic Pro coming out just around the corner, some people are already starting to get theirs. The Phantom 4 is just a bit obsolete, but I figured I'd make a video for you guys showing off the camera settings that I use in my videos. Now just a warning, it's going to be very basic. I think you guys are going to be shocked at the settings that I use, but I've used them in pretty much all of my previous videos except for probably the first two where I haven't really gone in and changed the settings on those ones. But towards the end, I'll put some sample clips up for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's get into it. So I have some screenshots here for you guys. This one right here being the main interface that you see on the DJI Go app when flying with the Phantom 4. The button that we're going to be clicking, for those of you who aren't familiar with this, is going to be on the right side, just underneath the record button. It has 3 lines with 3 dots on top. That's going to open your camera settings. Once inside with your camera settings, as you can see, we have a switch at the top to flip it between manual and auto. For the best results, you're going to want to flip it to manual, as auto can sometimes make your shot look a little bit dull and not just how you want it. Now for me, for the ISO, I usually keep it on 100. That seems to work the best for me in sunny situations. And then for the shutter, I tend to keep it between 80 and 60. Sometimes I'll go to 100. It all depends on what the clouds are like in the air and also how bright the sun is shining. Now jumping into the next page, as you guys can see at the top, I clicked on the little camera icon. This gives us the video size, the video format, the NTSC/PAL, white balance, style, and color. Now going into the video size, as you can see, I usually shoot my videos in 4K. If I need to, I can downgrade it to 1080p, but when I shoot in 1080p, I can never go up to 4K. So I like to shoot in the highest resolution that I can, but that's all personal preference. Whatever other video cameras you're using, if they can shoot in 4K, then you're always going to want to shoot in 4K. Moving now down to the video format, I usually shoot in .mov. This all depends on what kind of computer you have. If you have a Mac, I would suggest editing in .mov. It's just more compatible with your computer. And then if you have a PC, shoot in MP4. It's all depending on the computer you have. Moving down to NTSC/PAL, I'm not very familiar with this. I shoot in NTSC. I think it has to do with broadcasting. If you're in America, you should use NTSC, and if you're in Europe, over the seas, you're going to use PAL. For me, I just shoot in NTSC. I don't really see what the difference is. Now moving down to white balance, as you can see, I have this on auto. I usually have this on auto, and then whenever I go into a situation that's maybe sunny or cloudy, I'll change it on the fly, depending on what suits the conditions best outside. So that's kind of a decision you're going to have to make on your own. Now moving down to style, this is where you guys are really going to get the most flexibility in your shooting and in your camera. Now these little symbols at the top have a meaning. The triangle is for sharpening, this little circle that's half white, half black is for contrast, and then the square is for saturation. Now as you guys can see, we have some presets here. We have landscape, soft, or you can choose custom. This ranges between I think -3 and +3, so you can really change just how sharp or how contrasted or saturated you want your clips to look. But in my personal opinion, I go with the standard 0, 0, 0, and then from there I'll change anything that I need when I go ahead and edit in Final Cut, so in post. Now jumping down to color, these are your picture profiles. You have D-Cinelike, D-Log, True Color, Art, B&W, Vivid. The list goes on. I don't really mess with these. I usually keep it on none. These are like filters for Instagram in a sense, except for your drone. So rather than put a filter on it and then hate it after I shoot it and need to completely change it, that would be a total pain to get it look like normal. So I usually shoot none and then again do all of my color correction in post. Moving into taking pictures, as you guys can see, we have photo, image size, image format, white balance, style, and color. Now I'll save you guys some of the boredom of going through all of these. The white balance, style, and color are just the same as previous for the shooting video. My white balance is usually on auto depending on what it's like outside. My style is on none and my color is on none as well. Now moving into the image size, I usually shoot in a 16:9 aspect ratio, just so that if I'm shooting a picture for a video, it's going to be able to fill up the entire screen. Same for if you're looking on it on your phone, you're just going to be able to get more on the sides. Now moving down into image format, I usually shoot in RAW, just because you're going to be able to edit the picture a little bit more than you would with JPEG. So that's about it for this video of my DJI Phantom 4 camera settings that I use. Now, I know that the Mavic Pro is coming out and I do have it ordered. Once I get that and find out the best camera settings to use that, I'll post this same kind of video letting you guys know what I think the best camera settings are, as I know that that camera is a bit different from the Phantom 4. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Definitely leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. Right now, as you guys can see, I have some sample footage, and I'll let that go on for just another minute so you guys can really get a look at what my camera settings will look like when you shoot. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.